Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I will never understand an intro that's not cringe or how to do one, but here we are. Today we're going to be talking about how I've managed to not put on body fat while being an ISO. I say ISO loosely because we haven't really been too isolated here in South Australia, but the gyms are closed and there's nowhere to go to do anything, really. Like, all we can really do is go for walks and go for hikes and be outside, which is great anyway, but yeah, no gym. So this is little tips and tricks on how to not completely turn into a potato when we can't exercise. I just also want to say that these little tricks aren't pigeonholed into just stopping you from putting on so much body fat. Like, the idea for me was to stop or slow down the rate of loss of muscle. So again, like if you're veggie, like these are good little high protein swap outs, I suppose. And like a side effect of that has resulted in me not really gaining too much body fat as well, because that protein has kept me satiated. So I guess that's kind of like the bonus here. So while I say it's to avoid putting on excessive amounts of fat when you can't exercise, like the primary goal here was to like try and hold on to muscle and like keep the protein up. And I guess not putting on body fat was like a secondary little win on the side. So take this however you want to take it, but these are just some good food finds and a couple of little tips that I found helpful through my more couch potato phase of life, less active, if you will. Disclaimer, because this is a thing that we have to do these days. This is just what has helped me not put on fat. I don't know what works for you. I don't know, you might already be doing all these things. It might be working, might not be working. If you're trying everything bar some of these things, it might help to just throw them in there and maybe it will help you to reach your goals a bit easier. You might not have thought of some of these things. I don't know. I'm just saying this is what has helped me. So tip number one, these are just sneaky food finds that I've found that are like really helpful if you're looking at like maintaining some body, like muscle mass, and you don't want to, like if you're eating like a rabbit, like I don't like that. I don't like that. You gotta eat. Girls gotta eat. So, and especially if you've got muscle, you want to keep the protein up. And I'm vegetarian, so these are like good little veggie tips. First one, this protein bar specifically is amazing. It's amazing. Some protein bars I find just completely put you off protein bars altogether. What's the one? It's really well known. What's the name? It's freaking gross. Anyway, this is gonna kill me. It's gross, and it puts you off protein bars. These ones are amazing. Macros, 146 calories, 12.4 protein, 7.2 fat, 3.4 carbs. So good for the keto people out there. But also it's got like, you can't really tell from the picture, it's got like these little Rice Krispies inside. You can get different flavors. This is the blueberry almonds. It's got little bits of blueberry and it's like dark chocolate on the outside. But it's like, I'll just eat this with a cup of tea after dinner and it feels like I'm having dessert, because it's just a chocolate bar essentially, but protein and like good. Number two, if anyone knows me, they know I'm like a fiend for yogurt, largely because of, like, again, being veggie, I eat like a lot of veggies and I want to get my protein up where I can, and yogurt is delicious. So obviously I'm going to include Chobani, specifically Chobani Fit. These are so yum, and macros again are awesome. So it's only 97 calories. Like, not that calories specifically are like a focus here. It's more like looking at like protein content. So this has 15.8 grams of protein, 0.3 fat, and 7.3 carbs. So this is, like, I eat one of these after lunch every single day just to boost the protein up, because sometimes, like I said, I just eat like a lot of veggies. Sometimes there's like beans or some of the like soy proteins and stuff in there, but I want more. Like, I don't just want like 10 grams of protein in my lunch. I want one of these guys to bump it up. In terms of dessert, I don't know how much I rate these. You might like them, is the Halo Top. I haven't tried the tub ice cream, but I've tried these little stick ice creams recently. And they're only 110 calories per stick. Like, it's hard to tell. That's sort of where the stick goes up to. And that's sort of where it stops. So about here. Here to here is the ice cream. Does that make sense? It's not huge, is my point. It's okay. Like, if you're craving like an ice cream fix, it'll give you the feeling of eating an ice cream. Like, it's just got some... You can tell it's like a protein ice cream, if that makes sense. Not that it's got heaps of protein, but like it doesn't taste creamy. It's kind of like a bit gritty. 9 times out of 10, I'll just eat a normal one. But if I've already had like a bad day, eating a lot of junk, eating a lot of really high carb, and I want to like lower it down a bit, but I still want dessert, maybe I'll have one of these. So yeah, 4 protein, 4.5 fat, 11 carbs. So, I mean, like 9 of those carbs are sugars. So like for an ice cream, it's really not that bad if you're trying to just like watch this stuff. I don't track macros, but like I used to. So I'm pretty aware of what I'm eating. Where am I going with this? I don't track macros now. For the most part, I pretty much eat what I want, but I'm just aware. Like if I've had like, my whole day has just been like all carbs and protein, for example. Like I'm not tracking, but I know like dinner or like a snack or dessert or something like that should probably have some fat in it, because you need fat. Fat's not the devil, okay? Neither are carbs. Thank you. Last little thing that I found. This brand is a freaking godsend. So I don't know if anyone has heard of Herman Brott before. That's kind of what it looks like. All the packaging for all the different things like look the same. He has pastas, he has bread loaves, he has muesli, and these are all like really low carb, high protein for all the things that he makes, or the company. And these new ones are the burger buns. So, for example, one burger bun has 184 calories, 19.3 protein, 6.9 fat, 7.7 carbs. So again, like could be keto friendly. Like if you're watching in carbs and you haven't had that much for the day, then you can have a burger bun, and they're pretty good. Like I've already opened this one, so I'm gonna eat it tonight. But it's like you can sort of see. I mean, it kind of looks a bit sad. I'm not gonna like tear it open, but like it's seedy. It's not bad. It's like it tastes just like wholemeal sort of / multi-grain bread, and it's like it's got so much protein in it. What did I say? 19.3 protein. So I wouldn't even need to put some sort of substitute in there to bring up my protein. If I just wanted like a salad roll for lunch, then that's got heaps of protein. Like I don't need to worry about trying to find some tofu based thing to stick in there to bring my protein up, or like having a protein shake, because I don't know about you, but like I'm not super keen on protein shakes. So all these little food finds are like awesome for bringing up protein if you're veggie. If you just want to have like high protein and not too much fat and carbs, they're like good options, I think. And another thing, through the gyms being closed and me not working out nearly as much as I should be, is I've been increasing my N.E.A.T heaps. So if you don't know, it stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Like getting up and going to the fridge, or going to the bathroom, or like fidgeting your legs, or like twiddling your fingers. So that's like burning calories through all these things that you're not really conscious of. So like I've been cleaning the house, like hardcore cleaning the house. So I think like in that regard, like I'm burning probably a lot of calories just by doing things in the garden, around the house, like playing with dogs. I have been going for like a few hikes, seeing as like obviously again not many places are open that you can go to work out. I'm not really an outdoorsy exercise kind of person, so I can't just like go for a run. Like I'm just not into it. I've got weights and everything here at home, but I can't. It's not the right vibe. I've got to have the gym vibe. But yeah, so I think that that's definitely a way to help as well, is to increase all like the little bits you do, whether it's getting up, like maybe when there's an advert on TV, if you're watching TV, and getting a glass of water, like just going up to the fridge to pour a glass of water, like just little things like that, like they add up. One thing that I really try hard to do is to have something green with every meal. So I guess I eat big meals, so because again I'm veggie and stuff, if I'm having like a veggie meal, it will be like a mountain of veggies. And I always try and have something green in there, like the cruciferous veggies, like broccolini, or like I'm in love with iceberg lettuce at the moment, so I'll have like these big ass salads. And yeah, so that's awesome. So that's more, I guess, like just trying to get in like vitamins and stuff and the nutrients. Like I don't just want to like live off of potatoes. I need like some green. I think everyone should have green in at least 2 meals every day, something green. Going back to when I mentioned that I previously counted macros, so I have like a bit of an idea on what I'm eating throughout the day, I do want to say that I think it's a great idea for everyone to sort of learn how to count macros and to maybe do it for like a little while, a few months. It's not for everybody, and it seems daunting at the start. Like it seems like a lot of work, but honestly, once you get into the swing of it, it's just like second nature. But it's probably not great for people that are that might not have a good relationship with food already. Like it does kind of like get in your head a little bit, the fact that you're always weighing and like, how many grams of protein does this have and how many grams of fat does this have, like will it fit into my macros for the day, and it kind of can spiral in some people and it will just consume you. So I don't think everyone should do it. I don't think everyone should do it for a long time, but I think everyone should understand it at least. So, because how can you really know what's going in your body? You know, obviously depending on like what your goals are. If your goals are to like have a certain aesthetics, then you might need to be aware of protein, carbs, and fat. If you just want to be healthy, then eat a variety of foods in moderation. Like that's easier. But I guess if you want a certain body composition, you need to be aware of macronutrients. So I think it's really good to do it for a little while to just understand it, and then like now I don't count macros, but I know what's in a lot of things and I'm just aware, so it's easy to make choices. Like it's hard to make the right choices when you have no idea what's in things. So I think that's a great tool for like learning these things. Now, while I am saying in this video that these are tips to avoid gaining excessive body fat through ISO, it's like I've been using this stuff for the last 6 months. So previously I was like very heavily into the gym, like I could not miss a workout. It would give me anxiety almost to miss a workout, and then slowly I started to get less and less because everything's changed sort of the last couple of years. Like I've built my own house, moved out of home for the first time. This year I started uni. So this year especially, with like trying to juggle working 30 hours a week plus university, like the gym has just like gone for me. So I need some ways to just like, because I know me and I know if I am not like aware of what I'm eating, I will just blow out, because I've been like heavy before. So yeah, so without the aid of the gym, now I just have to like be a little bit more aware of not overeating so much. And don't get me wrong, like there are nights where I will just like sit and eat a whole pizza and a whole garlic bread, and then me and Jim will smash like half a tub of ice cream together. But like that's a treat. Like I don't do that every night, you know what I mean? And I don't feel bad about doing that because I don't do it so often. Like if I'm gonna have a naughty night, I'm gonna enjoy my naughty night. These little tricks have helped me for I guess around 6 months. Now the gyms are starting to open up and we can book in. We have to book in sessions, I guess, so that they can monitor how many people are there to go and work out. But I don't know, I'm the kind of person that as soon as something's locked in, I just don't want to do it anymore. And I know that's what's going to happen. I'm going to like book in the gym, and as soon as I get off the internet or whatever the online thing is, I don't know if you call up when it's online, I'm most likely online. As soon as I close the tab, I'll be like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I'm not going. I ain't going. Nope. And so I'll just walk the dogs instead. But the dogs are happy, and I'm not gonna force it. So I think I'm just gonna wait until everything's opened up properly, and then I'm gonna hit it hard, because I can't remember what video it was. It was one of Jeff Nippard's videos, and he was talking about newbie gains a second time, and that like it's possible under like certain circumstances, I suppose, to experience newbie gains twice. So I think instead of fluffing about and going like maybe one day a week when I can book in, you know, because it's pretty booked out, so it might take a week or a week and a half to even get a spot. So instead of going a bit here or there to do weight training, I'd rather just wait till it's open completely and then like go down on it. Hopefully get those newbie gains back. If not, it's fine, but I'll give it a go, and I might document the whole thing on here, like if I'm gonna try and get my muscle tone back. It will be back. It'll be back. I just gotta get into the groove. Like uni, like I said, spanner in the works. I haven't found like a good groove yet, so I'm working on it. But yeah, so there's a few tips that I hope you can take away with you on how to just make little swaps. It's really not a lot. I'm not saying like eat significantly less or less at all, and I'm not saying like go for a run every day, because like who wants to run every day? Just little things that you can swap out, like just find some good food finds, try and do maybe like a little bit more like household chores, and honestly like it makes a difference. These little changes, they make a difference. And like you might not lose if your goal is to lose weight, but at least you'll maintain until you can get back to where you were prior to ISO or whatever the situation may be. So I hope this helps someone out there, and give it a thumbs up if you want more content like this, and we might be able to see me going through a little journey to get the old muscles back. It'll be back.